Nick Cage decided to kill 3 birds with 1 stone in 1984. He had 2 teeth pulled for a role in Birdie, shed the baby ones, and came back to the big screen a new man. Cage would need a nice pair of cockroach chompers for another part down the road, so we can only assume he was planning ahead. Getting veneers is probably the smartest thing Busey has done with his body. It certainly wasn't his cocaine addiction and subsequent overdose, or driving without a helmet on his motorcycle and cracking his skull wide open. Gary Busey's crazed mug and teeth are the only things larger than his filmography. Let's just hope his number of accidents remains the same as his Oscar noms, or he's gonna need another new set of teeth before long. Between collecting Oscars and jumping from one babe to the next, George finds time to go to the dentist on the regular. Mr. Clooney reportedly grinds his teeth when stressed out. That is why he has a full set of sparkling veneers. We find it hard to believe that the sexiest man alive has that much stress in his life. Posh Spice upgraded her elusive smile once she hit the big time. If you look back at photographs of Victoria before the Spice Girls, her teeth are a lot different. Some people might say it is the British snaggle teeth. We prefer to think of her as fiercely real. Thank you Tyra Banks for the hilarious descriptors. It is weird to think of a time when celebrities had bad teeth, but dear old Tom had some pretty horrible teeth. This was way before the couch-jumping think early marriage to Nicole Kidman. Somewhere around Mission Impossible he upgraded to a full set of the veneers and has never looked back. I would like to say that his creepy robot fake smile is because of his new teeth, but I think that might just be a perk of Scientology. From glancing at all the new pictures of the Argo star, it appears that he has had porcelain veneers to lengthen his teeth. To be fair, before or after his teeth, Ben is still pretty cute. Even if you are forced to remember Bennifer. Rapper 50 Cent has some perfect teeth to go with his bad boy image. Of course, he had to spend over $50,000 on them, which he freely admits. But after being shot 9 times, we think it is okay to spend some money on something he really wants. We aren't going to question him on it, are you? This Canadian comedian chipped his tooth years ago and you never see the cap he got to cover it, unless you watch Dumb and Dumber. He actually removed the cap for his role as Lloyd and you have to admit that it makes the character even funnier. To be clear, we are not talking about the Hilary Duff horse face era. Remember when she became a skeleton and started sporting those massive teeth? Well, this is not the time we are talking about. Later she got her teeth fixed again. Trivia: apparently she chipped a tooth on a microphone and did not want to have to get a cap that matched perfectly, so opted for a full set of the veneers. This beautiful British star has had a lot of work done on her teeth since she started singing in her pop band Girls Aloud. A lot of North Americans might not know of Miss Cole, but we assure you that you will not be disappointed looking her up. She currently stars on the British version of The X Factor. Apparently Catherine had short little teeth before she added some porcelain veneers to lengthen them. It is strange to look back at older pictures of this star because she really has not aged that much. The only thing that seems to be different is in fact her teeth. Between discussing getting oral cancer from going down on dirty genitals, and advocating dental dams while overusing the word cunnilingus, Michael Douglas isn't shy about his mouth. He's been around for many Hollywood lifetimes, but he sure doesn't look that way. Like a Neverland for celebrities, shiny teeth are a sure way to knock 10 years off the age of sexual partners. Just remember to use a dam, ladies. We don't know when Courtney bought her new teeth, but it's pretty obvious they're veneers. Maybe she bought them with the money she got from taking her late ex-husband's, Kurt Cobain of Nirvana, remaining bandmates to court over unreleased material. I was going to make a joke about Tyson's pet tiger and his teeth, but it looks like I didn't have to. The animal really did headbutt out his golden teeth. This time around, at least, Tyson didn't bite back. The incident happened just months after he got the signature gap closed in his front teeth. He better not try tattoo removal in the future, or he's apt to have a run-in with the needle and some ink next. Clark Gable was no stranger to cosmetic surgery. In fact, he even provided his illegitimate daughter with an ear lift at the tender age of 7, as opposed to, you know, actually being a good parent. Gable was a compulsively clean man, but he ended up with a mouth disease that required getting reputedly weird-smelling dentures in his 30s. Despite this, he continued with his womanizing ways, somehow still whispering sweet nothings with a mouth full of nothing. Bruce Springsteen knows all about being born in the USA. And in the USA, one must do as the Americans do, get heavy cosmetic procedures and pretend there's no such thing as time. Photo evidence would suggest that Bruce Springsteen has gotten some new teeth in recent years. Supermodel Janice Dickinson has admitted to having some fake teeth. She's sporting 2 false teeth as a result of what can only be assumed as an extreme allergic reaction to having food in her stomach. Janice Dickinson did what anyone would when dining out, she discreetly placed them in a napkin for safekeeping. With help from patrons, the supermodel scrambled around on the floor like Lucille Ball on cocaine to find them. Young girls want to be this woman, just let that sink in for a moment, because Janice certainly can't. Celine Dion is considered by some to be one of the best singers in the world, and a polished voice requires an expensive, polished mouth. Apparently a man in England couldn't get enough of her, blasting "My Heart Will Go On" repeatedly so loud that an environmental protection team had to get involved. He got 6 more violations after that, before having his speakers dismantled and seized. So the next time you complain about noisy neighbors, just think of this.